I don't know if I'm kind of curious too because he played Captain Falcon in Smash 4, and now Falcon received these buffs coming into 8.0. So I wonder if we're gonna see any of that Falcon action in this match, or if he's just gonna stick to the tried and true Shotos.
I think through thick and thin, the Ken has been sort of his go-to throughout all of this.
Yeah, and it seems like that's what he's starting off with in this game 1, Pokemon Stadium 2, Lucina versus Ken here. Myth already maintaining pretty heavy control. Jordan kind of sneaking by right there and getting center back for himself, but I think that's going to be the name of the game for Myth, is using that disjoint against Ken to be able to try and box him out as much as possible.
Yeah, the disjoint, obviously, the range is going to be the big thing. Obviously, you just said the Lucina disjoints are going to be awesome, but in his favor. But coming out with the focus attack, can't get any follow-up off it, though.
Yeah.
Jordan is going to be really tried and true on getting in on Lucina. Obviously, you're going to be running a Shoto, you want to make sure you can get all your Shoto combos off, like your massive down tilt spams. And, yeah, so far, it's just Myth has been good at keeping them boxed out.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the important part in this matchup for Myth, is that, yeah, when Ken and Rhea both get very close to you, they can do a ton of damage really quick. So if Myth can try and keep Jordan at sort of that arm's length, but Jordan, unfortunately, his arm not long enough to reach that ledge off of the air dodge. But right here, getting the combo into the Shoryuken, almost evening up the stocks right there. But Myth able to live with some good DI, but that Shoryuken's going to do it.
Shoryu 2 will take it.
And now this match is looking pretty even. It looks like Jordan's starting to reclaim some of this momentum. A pretty even match right now. Ooh, that was a very nice focus to get through that forward air. That definitely might have been death for Jordan if he wasn't able to make it past that.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
That's a move I've somebody that's tried to play Ken before. I still have no idea how you input like that. Sweeping that roundhouse kick.
Pretty sure you just like hold the button for the. I think it's his jab.
Oh, really?
Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's just like his hard jab is the roundhouse kick. It's either that or his F tilt. But Jordan getting really tricky with his focus movement, but Myth not letting him approach as he wants to, putting him back with that back air and then sending him to the blast zone with that nair. Myth now has a bit of a lead in this match. But we'll see if Jordan can even it up in the same way he evened it up that first stock, and there it is.
There he does.
Missing the first Shoryuken, but getting the second one off the landing and evening it up once again.
Oh. Like clockwork. Jab 1 into 3 down tilts on that roundhouse kick.
Yeah, that's some big damage, and that's going to be really good for Jordan, because especially like as these percents are climbing, he's going to be able to try and find the Shoryuken pretty soon here. So Myth's going to have to try and make something happen. We see him getting pretty fancy with those dancing blades on shield.
Interesting. Why would you think that in these cases he goes for a lot of these down tilts on shield when you think he's conditioning Myth to just expect those, so eventually he can just start pulling out grab combos as well?
Yeah, that's also, I think that's part of it, but I also think the fact that down tilt is so quick and can apply a lot of shield pressure, it can lead to potentially, like, if they don't have a quick option out of shield, or if they're not ready for all those down tilts on shield, it can quite easily poke, and then that can create for a lot of pressure and open up Myth's defense. Oh, that parry! Thought that was going to be Shoryuken there, but there it is, getting it off of those down tilts. Jordan, exJORDANary, just barely taking that match. He was kind of behind for most of it, but able to keep those stocks pretty even. And right at the end there, when it mattered most, he was able to land that finishing blow.
Good job on Jordan's part for taking that game 1. Well, we gotta see how does Myth have what it takes to respond appropriately? Obviously, in those cases, he was getting shield poked a lot. He wasn't really able to get many of his combo starters or whatnot on Jordan. So he's got to be a case where if you're Myth, you're thinking, I got to keep him more at range. Got to avoid those shield pokes while also applying the disjoint pressure.
Yeah, and I think with Myth too, we did see him try to apply some more of that mix-up pressure. Like I mentioned, those dancing blades on shield. I think that was in an attempt to try and mix up Jordan's pressure on shield as much as possible. Maybe try and get him into a state where it feels like it's safe to drop the shield. But it didn't seem like it really worked out there. But yeah, I think if Myth can try and keep exJORDANary at as much of a distance as possible, and just sort of keep him boxed out, not let him get those big openings that he was able to get, especially with those Shoryukens when those percents are going to be deadly. I think that's going to be the important part. But here we go, hopping into game 2. We're sticking with the same characters, Ken and Lucina. And running it right back to PS2. Myth feeling comfortable on this stage, knows what they need to do to beat Jordan here. We'll see how it works out in the second game.
Now, if you're Myth on your part, why are you thinking, why do you want to run it back to PS2?
See, I think for Myth's case, because a lot of, with Lucina, being able to use those platforms to keep the juggle game going, and I think especially because Myth was able to keep Jordan in the corner for a good portion of the match, just being able to maintain that corner pressure, and especially on such a wide stage, and also just having a lot of room to work with that wide stage, so you don't have to come as close to Ken and have those combo starters super threatened. But it doesn't even matter if those combos are threatened when you can just do a raw Shoryuken and take a stock like that.
Yeah. He really caught him on that one. Oh, the focus attack. Myth doing a good job at avoiding these focus attacks.
Yeah, he is doing good at being pretty tricky about avoiding them, but I do think Myth does have to be careful, make sure to keep Jordan at as much of a range as he can, and it can be kind of hard when he starts rushing you down like he's doing right now, but I think Myth also just needs to make sure to maintain as good of spacing as he can so he's not getting punished in a kind of an unfortunate way.
Yeah.
See Jordan returning with the focus attack and the air dodge to barely avoid that F tilt. Myth looks like it's struggling to take Jordan's stock here.
And Jordan's like, okay, how much extra credit can he get? But, ooh, the counter to read the Shoryuken recovery. Gets his first kill.
Just barely reaching it on the ledge there. Now we'll see if Myth is able to make up this small deficit that they have right now, but Jordan is not going to make that easy, sending him off stage once again. Oh, but now it's Myth's turn, and the air dodge, just barely missing the ledge once again. That is really unfortunate on Jordan's part.
It happens to the best of us at the worst of times. You hate to see it.
Yeah, but it doesn't even matter for Jordan. He's just saying, like, all right, I lost that stock. I can even it up right away. And now we're back to even stocks going into this game 2. We'll see if he's going to be the one to take this first. Myth maintaining control right now, but Jordan breaking out of that juggle with the focused attack.
Ooh, unfortunately, it was focused. Pointed the wrong way to land on Myth, but more of these up-close Ken combos.
Oh, Myth just barely missing that forward air, but catching the spot dodge with that F tilt. Jordan trying to zone out a bit here.
Shoryuken.
Oh, Myth doing a good job of keeping Jordan pressured at the ledge, but he's able to sneak by with that roll.
Tripped him up? The Hadouken trip him?
I think it did, yeah. Oh, almost getting the F smash on that tech chase. And Jordan right now just trying to find any down tilt that he can because he knows that's going to lead to a stock for him if he's able to get that Shoryuken. Both of them just trying to poke each other right now, make them drop their defense. They're playing so safe right now. And just coming in there with the focus attack, as I was saying, playing so safe, but exJORDANary ready to rush right in with that Shoryuken. And that is going to spell victory for him against Myth in a 2-0